Out here, fences aren't just wire and posts. They're boundaries, protection, and lifelines. My ranch spans thousands of acres, and those fences keep my heritage cattle where they belong and keep trespassers where they belong, off my land. But some people don't understand boundaries, especially Karen. It was early evening when I spotted the damage. A long stretch of my north pasture fence had been cut clean through, wire hanging loose, posts bent inward, like someone had actually climbed over after slicing the strands. My stomach sank. That pasture wasn't just holding cows. It was holding my prize bulls. Big, muscular, short-tempered beasts who didn't take kindly to strangers. I knew right away who did it. Karen had been complaining for weeks about my ugly barbed wire, spoiling the view from her little suburban palace 2 miles down the road. She even threatened to open the fields so the animals could roam naturally. I saddled up my ATV and headed out. Sure enough, about 20 minutes later, I found her, standing in my pasture with her phone out, filming herself. And here we are, proving that this so-called rancher has been imprisoning innocent animals behind cruel metal fences. Well, I set them free. Look at them, finally roaming where they belong, she announced to her imaginary followers. I glanced past her. My 3 biggest bulls had already noticed. Their heads were down, nostrils flaring, muscles rippling under the evening sun. They were pawing the ground, tails flicking. Karen, oblivious, kept ranting at her phone. These poor creatures. That's when the first bull bellowed. The sound echoed like thunder across the pasture. Karen froze. Slowly, she turned. And there they were, 3 tons of pure muscle, lined up like linebackers ready to charge. What are they doing?" she stammered, backing up. I couldn't help myself. "Teaching you a lesson in boundaries." The bulls surged forward. Karen shrieked, dropping her phone as she bolted. She made it maybe 20 yards before her designer sandals caught in the grass and she went down, scrambling on all 4s. One bull stopped short, snorting and tossing its head inches from her face. Dirt sprayed over her as his hooves slammed into the ground. Karen screamed bloody murder. "Help! Call the police! They're trying to kill me!" I whistled, and the bulls backed off. Trained, controlled, but still glaring at her like they'd love nothing more than to turn her into paste. Karen scrambled to her feet, trembling, her face streaked with dirt. You trained them to attack people. That's illegal." I shook my head. "Nope, they're bulls. They do what bulls do. You cut the fence. You trespassed. You put yourself in their pen. You're lucky you still have both legs." Right then, a sheriff's truck rolled up. I'd called on the way when I saw the cut fence. The deputy stepped out, took one look at Karen covered in dirt and cow slobber, and sighed. "Let me guess. Fence cutting again." I nodded. Karen shrieked, pointing at me. "Arrest him. He set those monsters on me. They tried to murder me." The deputy just pulled out his notepad. "Ma'am, you cut through private fencing, trespassed on livestock land, and endangered yourself and protected animals. That's destruction of property, trespassing, and potentially animal harassment." Karen's jaw dropped. "You're siding with him?" The deputy glanced at the bulls, still watching her like she was a chew toy. "Lady, those bulls showed more restraint than I would have." She was cuffed right there in the pasture, dragged past the bulls who snorted in satisfaction as if mocking her. That night, I fixed the fence, tightened every strand, and added a fresh sign: "Private property. Trespass at your own risk. Bulls don't forgive." And every time I see Karen now, limping slightly from where she twisted her ankle running away, I can't help but smile. She wanted the animals set free. They set her straight instead.